Welcome back, everybody. With the advent of COVID-19, the office space has changed for thousands of workers, and for the majority of people, working from home virtually is a brand new experience.
Joining us this morning with her virtual rules of engagement is communications and body language coach, Karen Donaldson. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning, Dina and Devo.
You look beautiful. So if we have to take tips from you, you set the bar super high. First of all, before we get into it, how are you doing? How are you coping at this time?
You know what? I'm doing really well. Household of 5, and we have some rules in place. Everyone has personal space, so all good so far.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. So let's talk about these rules of engagement when we're going virtual with these meetings, the do's and don'ts, and the etiquette that we need to know about.
Absolutely. So here are some of the things that people want to keep in mind. So virtual meetings are essentially the new reality right now. And as an employer, there's some rules of engagement that you have to think about. And as an employee, there's also some rules of engagement that you have to be intentional about as well. So let me start with some of the rules for the employer. A lot of people are not used to meeting online in the virtual space. So you have to set some type of standards and have some type of agenda, some rules, and some guidelines around some things like punctuality, small talk, attire, which is a huge thing, and you want everyone to be clear who the moderator is. When you do virtual meetings, what you'll find is that people will talk over one another. So one of the things you want to do, both on the employer and employee side, is essentially announce yourself before you speak, so everyone knows who's talking or who's making the comment or who's making the suggestion, right? Now, there's something that a lot of people forget about. Because it's new word to a lot of people, as an employee, you have to show up professionally. So get dressed. No bedhead allowed. I understand it's a virtual meeting space, but it doesn't mean that you can come in your loungewear. When you come dressed professionally, you get your head in the game for a business meeting. The other piece that I think is crucial is that we always have to be aware that we can all be seen all of the time. All of the time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. For example, so say we're doing a video conference and Dina, you're speaking. In a normal meeting face-to-face, everyone's looking at Dina. In the virtual meeting, we can see everyone. So know that you cannot tend to your personal hygiene. What I mean is you can't pick your nose online because everyone's watching.
Or you can't roll your eyes.
You can't, well, that's the other thing, your facial expressions. You can't roll your eyes, you can't show that you're annoyed. You have to maintain, a neutral facial expression so no one can see those things because we can see you at all times.
See, that's why I stay on the phone call portion of it, because when Dina makes those suggestions, I'm like,
yeah.
And my mic is on mute. Yeah.
Another bad pun. Also, I saw a video. I don't know if you saw the one that went viral. The poor girl had to go to the bathroom, and she had the whole thing show up on the screen. Everybody started laughing. The moderator or the boss was like, what's going on? And when she realized it was too late.
Totally. See, so here's how you prevent those things. 2 things you want to do. Here's the reality. Virtual meeting, you may have to go to the washroom. Turn off your camera. Most important, put your video conference system on mute.
Yes.
We don't want to hear the background noise. No one else does either. And we don't want to hear the side conversations if they have to happen, because Dina and Devo, kids are home, right? So you always want to make sure that you communicate with your family and let them know, okay, mom or dad, or I'm meeting from this time to this time and I'm in this space. So I'll come out, but don't come in while I'm on my call or in my meeting.
And it still takes me back to the video. We showed it again last week, the BBC interview with the man interviewing, and then his kids come rolling in, the daughter, and then the baby stroller, and then the mom. Yeah, it takes me back to that because you just know the kids are home, the families are home.
And that's the thing. And even ambient sound, like if you're outside, getting into your car or whatever, it's distracting. You also say frame yourself up a specific way. So what's the best way to frame yourself up?
Absolutely. You want to test your camera or your phone or whatever device you're using, even your laptop, before. Here's how you frame yourself up. You want to be close enough, but not too close. I usually say you want to parent camera from the middle of your chest to the top of your head with about half a foot headroom and about half a foot on either side. One of the other great things to do is if you have natural lighting, make sure the natural lighting or the open window is in front of you. Otherwise, you'll look like a caveman or cavewoman and you'll look really dark, right? The other thing that you want to think about is the neutral or simple or non-distracting background. No one wants to see your messy cupboard. No one wants to see your unmade bed. Simplicity equals no distraction.
These are some great tips.
Yeah.
I like this.
But I don't know. What about your Depeche Mode poster?
No.
Maybe
no.
Okay, too much information.
Stop with that. KarenDonaldsoninc.com is where we can get more info. Thank you so much for these tips.
Great tips. Thanks
Thanks so
Karen.
much for having me.
Thanks. Take care.